Climate change is a major global issue. It is caused by the increase in greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, making the Earth warmer. Human activities like burning fossil fuels are the main cause. This warming leads to many changes in our climate. These changes are happening quickly. They affect weather patterns, sea levels, and ecosystems. Scientists warn these changes can have serious effects on human societies. We need to understand these impacts to take action. The effects of climate change are widespread. They touch every part of our lives. From health to the economy, no area is untouched. This essay will explore these impacts in detail. It will also suggest ways we can fight climate change. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it is a human issue. It affects our daily lives, our health, and our economies. By understanding these impacts, we can work together to find solutions. This is crucial for our future and the future of our planet. Climate change affects our daily lives in many ways. One major effect is extreme weather. Storms, floods, and droughts are becoming more frequent. These events disrupt our routines and cause damage to homes and infrastructure. For example, floods can destroy homes and businesses. People may need to evacuate and find temporary shelter. This causes stress and financial strain. In some cases, entire communities are displaced. This leads to long-term challenges in rebuilding and recovery. Changing seasons also impact our daily activities. Winters may become shorter and milder, while summers become longer and hotter. This affects agriculture, sports, and even our mood. We may need to adapt our clothing, heating, and cooling systems to cope with these changes. Travel plans can also be affected. Snowstorms can close airports, and heat waves can make outdoor activities unsafe. These disruptions make it clear that climate change is not a distant threat. It is something that affects us here and now. Extreme weather events are becoming more common due to climate change. Hurricanes, tornadoes, and thunderstorms are more intense. These events can cause significant damage and loss of life. Communities need to be prepared for these increasing risks. Hurricanes, for example, are stronger and more frequent. They bring heavy rains and strong winds. Coastal areas are particularly vulnerable. Storm surges can flood entire neighborhoods, causing widespread destruction. Recovery can take years and cost billions of dollars. Tornadoes are another concern. They can form quickly and cause severe damage. Buildings can be destroyed and lives can be lost. Early warning systems are crucial for saving lives. Communities need to have plans in place to respond to these emergencies. Thunderstorms, too, are becoming more severe. They can cause flash floods and power outages. Lightning strikes can start fires, adding to the danger. All these events show how climate change is making our weather more unpredictable and dangerous. Climate change is altering the seasons. Winters are getting shorter and summers are getting longer. This shift affects many aspects of life. It impacts agriculture, wildlife, and even our health. Understanding these changes is important for adaptation. For farmers, changing seasons mean adjusting planting and harvesting times. Crops may not grow as well in the new conditions. This can lead to lower yields and higher food prices. Farmers need new strategies and technologies to cope with these changes. Wildlife is also affected by changing seasons. Animals may migrate earlier or later than usual. Some species may struggle to find food or suitable habitats. This can lead to declines in wildlife populations and disrupt ecosystems. Human health is impacted too. Longer summers can mean more heat waves, which can be dangerous. People with health conditions like asthma may find it harder to cope. Adapting to these changes is crucial for our well-being. Section 5. Health impact heat waves. Heat waves are becoming more common and severe due to climate change. They pose serious health risks. High temperatures can lead to heat exhaustion and heat stroke. These conditions can be life-threatening, especially for vulnerable populations. Elderly people are particularly at risk. Their bodies are less able to regulate temperature. They may not have access to air conditioning. During heat waves, it's important to check on elderly neighbors and ensure they stay cool and hydrated. Children are also vulnerable. They may play outside without realizing the danger. Parents need to be vigilant and keep children indoors during extreme heat. Schools and childcare centers should have plans in place to protect children. People with chronic health conditions are at higher risk during heat waves. Conditions like heart disease and asthma can worsen in high temperatures. It's important for these individuals to stay cool and follow their doctor's advice. Communities need to provide cooling centers and support for those in need. Section 6. Health impact spread of diseases. Climate change affects the spread of diseases. Warmer temperatures and changing rainfall patterns create conditions for diseases to thrive. Mosquitoes, for example, can spread diseases like malaria and dengue fever. These insects are expanding their range as the climate warms. Regions that were once too cold for mosquitoes are now at risk. This means more people are exposed to these diseases. Public health systems need to be prepared for this increased risk. Preventive measures like mosquito control and vaccination are crucial. Waterborne diseases are another concern. Floods can contaminate water supplies with bacteria and viruses. This can lead to outbreaks of diseases like cholera. Communities need to ensure clean water and proper sanitation to prevent these outbreaks. Air quality is also affected by climate change. Higher temperatures can increase smog and pollution. This can worsen respiratory conditions like asthma. It's important to monitor air quality and take steps to reduce pollution. Public awareness and action are key to protecting health. Section 7. Economic impact on agriculture. Climate change has a major impact on agriculture. It affects crop yields, livestock, and food prices. Farmers face many challenges as they adapt to changing conditions. Understanding these impacts is crucial for food security. Extreme weather events can destroy crops, floods can wash away fields, and droughts can dry them out. This leads to lower yields and higher food prices. Farmers need new strategies and technologies to cope with these challenges. Livestock are also affected. Heat waves can stress animals, reducing their productivity. Diseases can spread more easily in warmer conditions. Farmers need to protect their animals and ensure they have enough water and shade. Food prices are likely to rise as a result of climate change. This affects everyone, especially low-income families. Governments and communities need to support farmers and invest in sustainable agriculture. This will help ensure a stable food supply. Section 8. Economic impact on insurance costs. Climate change increases the cost of insurance. Extreme weather events cause significant damage. This leads to higher claims and increased premiums. Understanding these economic impacts is important for planning and resilience. Homeowners in high-risk areas may face higher insurance costs. Floods, hurricanes, and wildfires can destroy homes. Insurance companies need to cover these losses, which drives up premiums. Some areas may become too risky to insure. Businesses are also affected. Damage to property and disruptions to operations can be costly. Companies need to invest in risk management and resilience. This includes better building standards and emergency response plans. Governments play a role too. They need to support communities in high-risk areas. This can include funding for disaster recovery and infrastructure improvements. By working together, we can reduce the economic impacts of climate change. Section 9. Social and psychological effects. Climate change has social and psychological impacts. It affects communities and individuals in many ways. Understanding these effects is important for building resilience and support systems. Displacement is a major issue. Extreme weather events can force people to leave their homes. This can lead to social disruption and stress. Communities need to support displaced people and help them rebuild their lives. Mental health is also affected. The stress of dealing with climate change can lead to anxiety and depression. People may feel overwhelmed by the challenges. Support systems, including counseling and community programs, are crucial. Social cohesion can be strained. Disasters can bring out the best and worst in people. Communities need to work together to support each other. Building strong social networks can help people cope with the impacts of climate change. Section 10. Government and policy responses. Governments play a key role in addressing climate change. They can implement policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and support adaptation. Understanding these responses is crucial for effective action. One important policy is reducing emissions. Governments can set targets and regulations to limit pollution. This includes investing in renewable energy and improving energy efficiency. These actions can help slow the pace of climate change. Adaptation is also important. Governments can support communities in coping with climate change. This includes building resilient infrastructure and providing disaster relief. Investing in research and technology is crucial for finding new solutions. International cooperation is key. Climate change is a global problem that requires global solutions. Countries need to work together to share knowledge and resources. By collaborating, we can make more progress in addressing climate change. Section 11. Solutions and actions. There are many solutions to combat climate change. Individuals, communities, and governments all have a role. Understanding these actions is crucial. Reducing energy consumption is key. Use energy-efficient appliances and reduce car travel. Small changes add up. Support renewable energy sources. Communities can take action too. Local initiatives like tree planting and recycling help. Schools and organizations can educate and encourage sustainable practices. Working together, communities can make a big difference. Governments need to lead the way, set policies and provide funding for climate action, invest in clean energy and support research. International cooperation is crucial. By taking these actions, we can make a positive impact. It requires effort and commitment from everyone. Together, we can create a sustainable future.